Dave Tsimba, Gucci jacket, new video. That homie got a new video out. I'm gonna check it out, see what he's talking about. The videos never miss. I'm sure it's another Henry Young joint, so I'm gonna check it out. Turn this up. So I think it's a Henry Young video. Yep, there we go. Yep, HV. Always, always. Those two different people? Am I missing it? Oh yeah, I think it is. Oh, I like that. I like that shot. No, go back, go back, go back. Do the bars right here? Yeah, that shot's hard. Let me see. Let me make sure I'm watching it in full. I know he'd be shooting in 6K. Okay, 4K. Okay, cool. Got it all up. Nah, man, I'm liking this so far, man. The production design on this is crazy. I don't know if this is a, like some kind of studio that's already, meant to look like this. I've never seen this studio before. I don't know if it's already meant to, kind of have a Victorian vintage vibe to it, and if it comes with all these things, but like with all these accessories and props and the gold and white phone and all that. But just like in that last music video where it was very apparent that they paid attention to like the colors of the wardrobe against like the backdrop and the walls and things like that. It's the same in this one. I don't know if HV is doing most of that or deciding on that, or who's doing the styling for these videos. But you can see that the two models, their wardrobe is reflective of whatever part of the video they're in. So this one has like a lot of red velvet, which would match the models, and then you have this kind of, not really a pastel, but like a muted goldish green color against these pastels. This is definitely like 8 shades of pastel, salmon, pearl, all these different shades of pink and stuff like that, which is dope. His music videos look different than they used to. They used to be mostly performative. Like when you think about the music videos, he had a few of them like on the parking garages. He had the Cold music video, which was mostly just an environmental music video. They were just driving through a snowstorm pretty much, and it matched because the song's called Cold. But other than the performance he was given, and in that one there was a tiny bit of like comedic narrative element to it. It's mostly just performative, so there wasn't as much detail in the props and the wardrobe and the production design, which I like in this. It's making them stand out, and I definitely appreciate it. It's more pleasing, and the constant zoom in from the camera shots is always like my favorite simple music video trick. It makes any shot like 10 times better if you just zoom in it. And this one has a constant motion and zoom in and throughout, so far what I'm watching throughout, and it seems like it's kind of the only effect they chose to go with, which I appreciate. I don't like super heavy effect based music videos unless that is the whole point. Then it has to not look cheesy, which is hard to do on a music video if you do too many effects. So I'm liking it so far, man. His music videos are already looking better this year than they've ever looked. I don't know what this accent is. It kind of reminds me of the UK accent, but I don't know if that sounds similar when you're rapping as like maybe like a French drill accent or something. I wouldn't think so, but I know he grew up in France, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. He said he grew up in France, and he has like I can't remember what country, but I think Nigeria. I don't want to say if it's wrong, but I know he is one of his parents is of African descent. So I don't know if he's mixing accents, or I mean, it's obvious that the music itself is inspired by some form of a European drill, even though it's not directly derivative, which is nice. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure what the accent or the region that this music is taking influence from, but I like it. I wonder who did the beat. I love music videos, man. That's one of the best visually pleasing videos I've seen from him. My favorite is probably still Cold, just because I appreciated the adventure of it. They were literally on like a snowstorm road trip. You had the drone shots. He was performing out the side of the car. It was just a lot to enjoy about it. It was a lot to take in. This video probably just it puts the most effort into the physical design of it, everything around. And like I said, I don't know how much work they had to do to get that place to look the way it looked, wherever they were shooting at. But let's say it's already set up when they got in there. They did a great job scouting a great location that matched the song and picking the wardrobe to go along with it, you know. And the camera angles were amazing. The framing was amazing. They framed him through the cage. They framed him through, I think, 2 different windows. They framed him against the models in several different ways. I mean, Henry was amazing with his framing. None of the shots were boring or bland, or, you know, there was no shot that I couldn't wait for the video to skip past or anything of that nature. Like, every shot was interesting. It didn't linger on any shots too long. We kept all the shots in motion with the zoom in effect, and despite it being used throughout, I think, almost every single shot, it didn't really get old. Honestly, it didn't bother me at all. So it didn't feel overused. And it probably was partially because the cuts, which is, most music videos do this, but the cuts of the video match the cuts of the song. So I think the beat kind of just carried the momentum of the cuts and of the zoom in. So it just felt like all one long, continuous performance that kept inching closer and closer. And I really like this song. I like the marketing he's done on this song in general. I like the photo shoot, the cover. I like the song itself, the team he put together for it, and now the music video. Not enough people do music videos, man, at this level, man. I really appreciate a good music video. And I think the marketing for this song is, you know, amazing. You know, I think if he hits, you know, a couple more of these, somebody's gonna take notice, and he's just gonna be gone. So I really like this, man. It's a dangerous duo, Henry and Dave, man. They never miss. They literally never miss. You see, he's framed through the bars at one point. It's another mirror. He's framed through, I think, 2 mirrors right there. I think I could have done without this cart in front of her on this shot. That it's a little obstructing. Maybe just like on the edge. Like, maybe if this pole edge was like right here, so we feel it, and we feel that we're shooting through something. And plus we have all this stuff in the mid-ground, all this liquor in the mid-ground, which I don't know what kind of liquor bottle this is, but I don't even know how you're supposed to. I guess you just tip it over. But yeah, we have this mid-ground. That could have been pulled up a little bit too, to give the depth of field. And then have this in the foreground, just a corner of it, just a sliver. And then have them in the background. Then we get to see more, and, you know, we're not as distracted as much. But like this, then framing, that's one way they framed with the model in this room. They framed him up against her leg at one point, framed him down there with the money. Like, there's just, every shot is unique. There's at least 20 unique shots, you know. And I don't know how big this space is. I don't know how much room they had to work with, but they definitely made use of it. They returned the shots a few times, but it wasn't one of those 3 or 4 setup, you know, music videos, and we just repeat it. You know, they didn't return the shots too many times, and part of it is because they were locked off shots. It's not like back and forth gimbal shots. Those kind of make music videos kind of boring because you cover the entire space within 2 or 3 pans of the gimbal, and then that's it. And then you go to the next location, then you go to the next location, and everything just looks like a walking back and forth. That's the video. But because the camera's locked off, you get to pick an angle of the location of the whatever space you're in, shoot, keep it there. Next, you can move 2 feet, go to the next one, and record in a new location. That's or at a new angle. I mean, and that's looking like what they did here. Yeah, man, I don't want to ramble too long. I just thought it was really good. There's so many things you could rant and praise about this music video. It's great. It's amazing. Just has to be like the lead single for his drill tape. It's gotta be. That's a pretty good. Now I think about it, that's a pretty good lead single to have for that, because it's not what you would be expecting to hear. You know, this is actually, you know, different kind of content for what you would expect a drill record to be. But yeah, like I said, dope. Another W, man. I can't wait till the album comes out. We just gotta wait and see. Gotta wait for it.